Provoke me. I'm the real nightmare.
Hey guys, we're going to tune into this week's episode of Friday Night SmackDown. Talk about what happened, see how it go, and give a final review on this one. Let's tune in at the red carpet ring.
If you come at the king, you best not miss.
Acknowledge us.
Hey guys, we're here at the red carpet ring. We'll talk about WWE SmackDown Sami Zayn leaves Raw for SmackDown. You guys get the license, we come into the ring. Now, what happened on this show for this week's SmackDown? We had Sami Zayn. He came out. But before he came out, we had Solo Sikoa. He came out. He talked about how he's the United States champion, how him and the MFT can't be stopped. He talked about how he shut down Jacob Fatu. He talked about how he shut down Jimmy Uso, how he shut down others, him and MFT. They're doing their thing, and there's nobody stopping them. There's no other challenger for Solo Sikoa's United States Championship. This is when Sami Zayn came out. Now, we know he was on SmackDown last week for the home, for his home country, hometown, and Montreal. But we know he came out this week. And when he did come out, he talked to Solo saying, he pinned, last week Sami pinned Solo, but Solo and MFT recently just called Sami Zayn a match on Monday Night Raw. We know that happened as well. With that being said, Sami Zayn told Solo Sikoa, thank you. Thank you for costing me the match, because even though Sami Zayn has aspirations to become the world heavyweight champion, he said winning that match meant a lot to him and put him closer to getting the world championship title shot in the near future. But since that's not happening, he said thank you. And he also told Solo, I have other aspirations, and my next aspiration is to go after the United States Championship. And he's going to be the next challenger for Solo Sikoa's United States title. Also, what Sami Zayn announced is he is no longer on Monday Night Raw. He is now on Friday Night SmackDown. So we have a roster switch. Now, I know for guys that do follow Raw, we did see LA Knight pretty much become the newest member of Monday Night Raw. And Sami Zayn came on to Friday Night SmackDown. So with that going on, we saw a lot going on with Sami and Solo, MFTs. And then with Sami, after he told Solo what happened, he attacked Solo. Now, the MFTs was outside the ring. Sami asked them to stay outside. They came and attacked them. Then we see Jacob Fatu and Jimmy Uso even a score. So, for the main event for SmackDown, we had a six-man tag. Sami Zayn returned to SmackDown's first match as official member of SmackDown again. Sami, Jimmy Uso, and Jacob Fatu versus the MFTs, which is Tala Tonga. We have JC Mateo. And I think it was Solo. Yeah, Solo. Anyway, that's going to be the kickoff, that show off. Now, all other stuff that happened on Friday Night SmackDown, we did have a tag team match. We also had the tag team of Melo, Don't Miz. They went against Fraxium. It was an okay match. Nothing crazy to talk about, but it showed there's signs of tension between Carmelo Hayes and Miz. Miz keeps speaking up for Melo, trying to control Melo. Now, when Melo wanted to get the win for his team and hit his finisher, Miz tagged himself in. He hit the Skull Crush finale. He got the pinfall for his team. Carmelo did not look too pleased with that. Yes, he happy the team won, but he could have got the pinfall victory. And Miz, basically, as we see, is trying to steal all the spotlight he can from Melo Miz tag team. But it's a good story brewing between those two. We know sooner or later those two are going to, things going to come to his head between that. We know that. Now, other stuff that happened on Friday Night SmackDown, we saw a backstage segment. Tiffany Stratton, was herself and Jade Cargill. Now they're talking, and Jade still wants the opportunity at Tiffany's title. And Nick Aldis told her, there's a line, but he'll straighten the whole women's title picture out. Nia Jax came out. She came out of nowhere. She says she still wants to fight Tiffany again. Said Jay couldn't get the job done and all that stuff. So we're going to see how that's going to go as well. And it'll be interesting that Kiana James approached Tiffany Stratton backstage with her card. And that seemed like maybe Tiffany would join them in the future. We don't know. But we'll say all stuff that happened. We did see Chelsea Green and Hervis. They had a little interview, and it was a one-on-one match, Alexa Bliss versus Alba Fire. Now, that was another match that happened, and Alexa Bliss did get the victory over Alba Fire, but Hervis attacked Charlotte Flair and Alexa afterwards. So the Hervis stood tall. Another match, nothing much to talk about anyway, just that continued to go on. She won with a schoolboy pin. Another thing that happened on SmackDown, one of the main things that happened, we did see as well that Drew McIntyre came out. Now, you know he was going to explain his actions for attacking Cody last week, taking him out, because Cody's not on SmackDown this week. He said he don't hate Cody. He just needed cheer from the crowd to come from back from management, because he said he was the same guy that Cody was 5 years ago, but he evolved. And he's talking about how he was the champion and how he wanted to do right by everybody. But he said, you know, his story between him and Cody, far from over. And he said he going to bring it full circle. He said he didn't attack Cody. Cody attacked him. He said he counted stats when the match was over. When Cody put his face in the post, it cleared the announce desk while we do that. And that's when Drew did the Claymore kick into the under the announce table at the bottom. But Drew said he's not the bad guy, but said if you provoke him, he'll do bad things. And if you provoke him, he's the real nightmare. That's one of the last things he said. He said Cody get well soon, sarcastically, and he leaves, and he went onto the ramp and had a little grin on his face. It was funny, though. Then we saw a segment as well, the Street Profits and B-Fat talking to DIY, and also Solo and the MFTs come up. Solo MFTs, he want them to have the tag team gold. Street Profits want the tag team gold again. And, of course, DIY, and they all challenging the current tag team champions, which is the Y6, who was outside in attendance during the matches. I believe it was The Miz and Mello versus Fraxum. They was out there, and Miz took a look at them during the match. But other than that, the main event, of course, was we had Solo, you know, the MFTs going against Jacobs, Sammy, and Jimmy. So that happened. Good main event. You know, good main event and everything. Not too bad. Nothing to talk about too much, but it was, at the end of the day, it was the team of Jacob, Jimmy, and Sammy, and they beat Solo and NFTs. Now, Jacob Fatu, before the match, he seemed like he don't trust Sami Zayn. He don't know him. Sammy was assuring him that I know Jimmy. If you're cool with Jimmy, you're cool with me. It seemed like there was some tension there during the match, but all those, they got those worked out, and they was able to cohesively work together and win the match. But other than that, it was okay. Match was okay for main event. But this SmackDown was not like any normal SmackDown like I talk about on here. I'm going to get into that in a second, but that was the end of the show. Sami Zayn mocking Jacob Fatu, dancing like him. Every time somebody music hit, he dances. Sami Zayn's known for that, but entertaining, funny, you know. But other than that, that was pretty much everything for Friday Night SmackDown. We didn't see too much of any. We didn't see. We saw Julia backstage. She needs to have more matches. I will say there was not a lot of people. The main people we see on SmackDown. Cody Rhodes, the WWE champion, primarily one of them. R-Truth and Aleister Black had exchange backstage, and that's still going on. And Aleister said, "Who needs friends? Who needs enemies when they have friends like you, R-Truth?" R-Truth did not like that, and he turned his head backwards. So these two still gonna have a feud. Damian Priest is still written off due to the attack by Aleister Black. So that's still going on. Don't know when he will return. Cody Rhodes is out, you know, from Drew McIntyre's attack. Don't know when he will return. But it was definitely a lot of missing people on SmackDown. But we're going to see what else is going to happen next for the show as far as that goes. But with that being said, let's get into the key moments. Now, the key moments is going to be stuff that's going to be upcoming, happening, and we'll see where it goes as far as storyline goes. First thing I want to notate, Drew McIntyre. Drew McIntyre is making his case that he wants to be WWE champion again, and he could be a serious contender for Cody Rhodes, maybe even be the one to dethrone Cody Rhodes of the WWE championship in the near future. Also here, we got the tag team title picture heating up. Not only Street Profits want the title back in DIY, but now Solo MFTs want a shot at the tag team titles. Also, why is there doing Nia Jax being a challenge for Tiffany Stratton again? Jade, she's challenging for the belt again. I see a chaser, but why Nia Jax? Why? This show, I give it a 3 out of 5. Like I said, not one of the worst SmackDowns of all year. Lack a lot of star power. Hopefully they get it better next week. But other than that, though, that's all I have to say for WWE SmackDown. Sami Zayn leaves Raw for SmackDown. SmackDown recap. You guys let me know what you thought of SmackDown this week. Check the link below to the next video. Until then, guys, you already know what it is. It is OUT.